So what we'll have a go at today, we're going to do all our balance work and our core stability work. So using the chair for a bit of support. So we're really going to work on the balance and the core. So let's make sure we are all nice and warmed up first of all. So if you come on up nice and tall, have a little bit of a squeeze in the abdominal muscles. And we're just going to start with the feet today. So let's just have a little bit of a stretch through the feet. So you're nice and relaxed in the shoulders, just lifting the heels and pushing the toes up and down. So you're getting that nice big stretch in the feet. So just keeping that going, going to make sure the legs are nice and warm. So when we do our balance work, they'll be nice and strong and warm. Good. And again, that's it. So just that little push side to side. So working through the toes, through the feet. Good. So try a couple more here, that little stretch out. Lovely. And again, that's it for 4, 3. Then if we have a little bit of a roll side to side, if you bring the feet down and just rolling through the ankle joint. So we're just going to give the ankle a stretch out. So nice and relaxed in the shoulders, but just warming up through those feet. Good. And again, that's it, that little roll there. Lovely. Then we're just going to have a little lift forwards and back. So if you bring the feet down, just lift the heels and then lift the toes. So you may need to hold on. So you've just got to lift through the heels and a lift through the toes. So it's just like a little rocking action, which is just stretching out those feet. That's it. Good. And again, that little lift up. And then if you hold it here, again, if you need to hold something for balance, if you take one foot up and just have a little bit of a circle with the ankle. So we're going to get those ankle joints nice and warm. And then if you change direction, so take that the other way around, so that nice ankle circle. Good. And then if you hold it there, have a little lift and lower with that foot. So you're lifting your toes up and a big stretch there. Good. So keeping that going, that big stretch. Then bringing that foot down to the floor and changing feet. So you have a little circle. So just easing out through that ankle there. So give it a nice big stretch. And then changing direction, take it the other way round. Good, so keeping that going, that nice big circle. And then if you bring it back to center and lift and lower with that foot. So you've got that stretch there. Good, and again, so keeping that going, stretch it, stretch it. Oh, well done. Good, that little stretch out, fantastic. Then if you bring it back down and have that little march again, so we're stretching out the feet and the ankles. Good, so try a couple more there. And then we're going to come down to the knees, stretch the knees. So if you bring the feet down, take the hands to the knees and just have a very small roll around. So you're just stretching out through that knee joint. Good, and again, so keep that rolling there. Fantastic, and again, that little roll. And then changing direction, so take it the other way round, so roll it round. Good, so that big stretch there in the knees. Lovely. Then if you bring it back up, and let's go for the hips. So if you take the hands on the hips and a hip circle, so you're stretching out through that waist and back. So give it a really nice big stretch there. Good, keeping that going. So roll it round, stretch it, stretch it. Good. And then changing direction. So take it the other way, big stretch out. Nice and relaxed in the shoulders. Good, so keeping that up. Big stretch. Lovely. And then bringing that back to center, coming to the chair, taking one foot off the floor and a little sweep forwards and back. So we're squeezing the tummy muscles in. So we're working on that balance. So just sweeping it forwards and back. Lovely. And again, that's it. Big stretch. Then if you bring that foot back to center and changing legs. So you're just sweeping it forwards and back. So we're really loosening up through the hips and through the back. Lovely. Keep that going. So that big stretch there. Fantastic. Good. So that little sweep forwards and back. and then bringing it down, and a little calf raise for the backs of the legs, so you can keep holding on. So it's a lift and lower, that's it, lift up. Good, so we're just getting into the backs of the legs and all the time working on that balance. Lovely, couple more here. Then for the back of the leg and the glutes, if you take one foot back and just a little squeeze, so we're just going back behind. So you've got squeeze in those abdominal muscles and a little lift, that's lovely. So keeping that going, squeeze it, squeeze it. So taking that leg back, squeeze, try one more, and then changing legs, squeeze and release. Good, and again, that's it, lift it, lift it. So big squeeze in those tummy muscles, relax the shoulders down. Lovely, and again, good, keeping that going. And then bringing it down, and again, that little calf raise, so just that little stretch up. Good, so this is for the backs of legs, so keep it stretching, and then we're going to go for the front of the legs. Here we go, so 4 more here. Good, try 2 more of these. Now for the front of the legs, really warm it up. You take 1 foot up and just a lift and a lower. So you're squeezing those abs, you're lifting up nice and tall. So you're really working on that posture. Good, and again, lift it, lift it. Good, so keeping that up, big stretch. Try 1 more there, then bring it down and changing legs. So it's a lift and lower. So nice and relaxed in the upper body. And again, lift it, lift it. Good, so keeping that going, that little squeeze there. Lovely, try a couple more. Last one. Now to open out the hip, if you bring that foot down, you have a little circle on one leg and then a little circle on the other. So you're just opening out that hip joint. So really good hip and thigh stretch. Lovely. Go again. That's it. Stretch it out. So if you try 1 more on each side here. Good. Last one. And then bring it back and roll out those hips again. So give them a big stretch. So we'll keep using the chair for core stability and balance. And then changing direction. So other way round. Big stretch there. Fantastic. Keep that going. So roll it, roll it. Lovely. Then bringing it back to center for the waist now. So if we bring the hands to center and a little side bend. So we go side and center. So you're pushing the fingertips down and you've got that little lean. Good. So we're bending those knees and again. So just warming up the waist and the back. So you're just taking those fingertips down towards the floor. Excellent. And again, that's it. So lean and back, lean. Try 1 more on each side here. Then bringing it to center, staying with the waist and the back, rotate. That's it. Oh, good, good. So little stretch, round we go. And again, so keeping that going, side and center, side and center. That's it, rotate. Then if you bring it back to center, hands to shoulders, and just roll through those shoulders. So just lifting up and giving them a nice big stretch. Good, keep going, keep going. So stretch it, stretch it. Oh, well done. And then option from there is to take the arms down and have a really big stretch up. So you're opening up the chest, you're stretching out the shoulders. Good, and again, lift it, lift it. So that nice big stretch, good, reach up. Fantastic, then bring it down, hands to the side, and just a little lean. So this is a stretch for the waist and the back. Good, down we go. Brilliant, keeping that going, so side to side. Nearly done with this one, little lean. And staying with the back, you bring it back to center, hands to the thighs, little bend in the knees, and then slowly lift on up. And then again, bring it down, so a little bend in the knees. And then slowly lift. Good, so just keeping that going. That nice big stretch in the back. Good, so that gentle lean down. Lovely. So if you try one more there, so just bring the hands to the knees, then come on up, taking the hands up above the head, lift up, and a little lean. So we've just got that little stretch from side to side. So it's your waist and back again. Good, so keeping that going. Oh, really stretching there. Lovely. And again, so side to side. Good. Then bringing that back to center, bringing the hands down. If you take one hand out for support, right leg, little tap and circle, so it's a tap and sweep. So we're going to focus on the core now and the balance. Tap and sweep. Good. Try another one there. Then if we hold that leg behind and we squeeze, lift and lower. So we're keeping everything on this leg for now. So it's a lift and lower. Good, so keeping that going. So for 4, 3, 2 more here. Last one. And then that same leg, a little tap to the side, just a little tap and back. So you can take it down to a little bit of a squat if you want to, or just keep it with that tap. Good, and again, that's it. Tap and back. Tap, good, try a couple more. Last one, and then the tap and circle again. So we go, tap and circle. And you've got the option of holding the arm in front, or even more challenging for the core is lifting it up above the head. So that's giving you a really big stretch. Tap and circle. Then if you take that leg back behind, hold the leg, bring the hand down, and we lift and squeeze. Oh, so that's the lower back. And again, that's it. Lift and lower. Lovely. Keeping that going, that little tap and circle. One more. Then bring it back. Little bend in the arm and a little lift to the side. Good. So you've got that little squat down. So tapping it down. Fantastic. And again, that's it. So step and back. Step. So try a couple more here. Then just with that arm, hold it and lift it and sweep it round. So give that arm a big stretch, so rotate it round. Lovely. Try one more. And then for the back, hands to the thighs, and 1, 2, 3. So we give everything a big stretch in between each leg. Good. So try 2 more here. So bring it down. And last one of these, bring it down. Then bring it back to center. And if you take your chair to the other side, so lifting up nice and tall, exactly the same again, tapping and circling on the other leg. So it's the tap and sweep. That's it, tap and sweep. And again, so lift up and rotate it round. Excellent. Go again, tap and circle. Good, so try a couple more here. Then if you take that leg back behind and we lift and lower. Oh, lift up, that's it. So really big stretch in that lower back. Fantastic. And again, that's it. Lift it. Lovely. So try a couple more there. Big squeeze. Last one. And then a little tap to the side. So it's a little tap and back. Tap. So just opening out that hip, you can sink it down into a little bit of a squat back if you want to. So tap and back. Good. And again. So try one more. Then bring it back to center, taking the hand forwards, other hand forwards, and we try the tap and the sweep. Tap and sweep. To stretch the tummy and to work the core a little bit more, you can take the hand over the head. That's it. Tap. And then if you hold that leg behind, take the hand down and we squeeze. So we lift the arm and lift the leg. Oh, that's your lower back. Excellent. Keep that going. Lift and lower. Lift up. Lovely. Stretch it, stretch it. Try one more. Then bring it in, bend the arm, and a little tap to the side. So you're nice and relaxed. Good. Lift and lower. So we're working through that shoulder and through the hips and thighs. Lift it, lift it. Fantastic. And again, that's it. Little tap. And then rest the legs and the arm. Lift up. So have a really big stretch to open out that shoulder. Lift it, lift it. So if you try one more there, and staying with the back, you take the hands on the thighs and to the knees, just bring it down, and then lift it up. Good. Go again, sinking down. So we're going to stay with the back for a little bit, so rolling it down, and if you try one more here, and come on up. So I'm going to bring the chair in front of me. So we're going to have a go opposite hand to leg. So we're going to squeeze the leg back and lift the arm. So it looks like this. You take one leg back, lift the arm, and then changing sides. So again, this is for your back, and it's going side to side. That's lovely. So keeping that going, that little lift up. Good. So it's working on your balance. It's working on the core. Lift it. So if you try one more on each side there. So lift up, and then we're going to try taking the hand and the leg out to the side. So it looks like this. So you lift up and then change sides. So it's just changing the way your shoulder works and changing the way that hip works. Good. So it's a lift and lower. So you're really opening out the hip joint and working on that shoulder. Good. Lift it, lift it. Try one more. And then coming back in front again, so opposite hand to leg, so we're lifting up in front, so we're keeping it going side to side, so you're stretching your hand up. Oh, that's it, well done. Lift it, try one more there. And then let's try going out to the side again. So you've got that big lift out to the side, and then changing sides. Oh, that's it, so really big. Stretch out, that's it, lift it up. Excellent. And again, lift it. Try one more. Then we're going to have a stretch. So if you take your hands onto the top and walk it back, and just have a nice big stretch in your back there. So really lengthen, really stretch. And then walk it back in, lift up nice and tall, relax the shoulders, and then try again. Have a little walk back. So big stretch there, good. And then bring it back to center. So if you have your chair on the one side, we're going to go back to the legs again, working these big quad muscles down the front. So if you take one foot to the floor, and we're going to lift and lower. If you can, see if you can keep your toes off the floor. It doesn't matter if you need to tap the toe down. So if you need to go down on the floor, that's fine. But it just works that core a little bit harder if you keep your foot off the floor. If you try one more, then bring it down and a little lift out to the side. So you're just lifting that knee up to the side. That's it. So working on that balance. Try four more there. Lovely. Lift up. And again. Try one more. Then a little push back behind. So we go squeeze and release. Squeeze. So it's working the lower back and the bottom. The leg you're standing on is working really hard as well. Here we go for 4, 3, 2 more. We're going to give those legs a big stretch. So bring it down, hold it there, and just have that little march and have a little stretch out in that leg you're standing on because it's worked really hard. Excellent. So just keep that stretch going. Relax the shoulders. Good. And again, so for 4, 3, then the same leg. So we're going to sweep it side to side. So again, it's opening out your hip, it's challenging your balance as you're on one leg, holding on if you need to. So just sweeping it side to side. Lovely. And again, And then taking it back behind. So just a little tap this time and back. So little tap. So you can have a little squat there as well. Good. And again. So tap and back. Tap. Try a couple more. Last one. And then that little march out. So just stretch the feet. Good. And again, lovely. For 4, 3. Now a little bit for your back. If you bring the feet down, bring the hands to center and that rotation. So we're stretching the waist and the back. Excellent. Go again. That's it. Rotate it round. Lovely. Stay with it. So stretch it, stretch it. Nearly done here. So rotate it round. Fabulous. And again, so try one more on each side here. And then we're going to change legs. So bring it back down and roll. So pop in the chair on the other side. Then lifting up nice and tall, just taking the foot to the floor and that little lift up. So you've got that little squeeze in the quad muscles. You can tap the foot down if you need to. Lift up. Lovely. And again, that's it. Try 2 more. Then if you take the foot to the side with a little bend in the knee. So you're just keeping the knees together and just that little lift. So you're bringing them down and up. And again, that's it. So for 4, 3, 2 more. Oh, last one. And then that little squeeze behind. So the little push back. So it's a very small move. Little push. And again, that's it. So try 4 more there. So for 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. And then bring it down and that little stretch out. So just that march there, just to stretch the backs of the leg out. Lovely. And then bring it down and that little sweep. So the same leg, just side to side. So you're opening out your hip joint. Good. And working on that balance all the time. And again, fantastic. Lift and lower. Lift up. So try a couple more there. And then we're going to take that leg back behind like this. So do just a little tap and back. So it's like a little squat down and you're just tapping that foot back behind. So it's your lower back and your hips. Down we go. Good. Try a couple more there. Last one. Then bring it back. Just a couple of little marches to stretch the feet out. Good. Go again for 4, 3. Then let's go with that back. So you bring the feet down, hands to center and a side bend. So we're just having a little push down to the side. Oh, go again. That's it. Stretch it, stretch it. So fingertips are going down to the floor. That little lean. So just a little bit for the upper body now. So we've done lots for the legs. Good, that's it. And again, side to side. So try one more here. Then bring the hands to center. Relax the shoulders and we rotate side and center. Oh, so keep that going, that little bit of rotation there. And again, round we go. Perfect, keeping that going. So side and center. Good, try one more on each side here. So with that back. Then if you hold it in the center and we lift, lift, lower. And again, so it's just a little squeeze. Fantastic. And again, lift it, lift it. Fantastic. Lift up. Good. And again, lift. So try one more here. Bringing the hands up. Take the hands back and a little lean side to side. So just bringing that elbow down. Oh, waist and back. Stretch it, stretch it. Fantastic. And again, that's it. Down we go. Lovely. Keeping this going for 4, 3. Then if you bring it to center and rotate it round. Oh, so just bringing those elbows forward, stretching out that lower back. Good. And and again. So rotate, nearly done here for 4, 3, then bring it to center, take the arms wide, and just that rotation for your lower back. Excellent, keep that going, and again, so side to side. Perfect, nice deep breaths there, good. And then bring the hands down and have a big shoulder roll. So let's give those arms a big stretch out, so just easing them out. Then if you bring the arms up and take them back, have a big stretch. Then if you bring it forwards to stretch the back, and then take it back and open the chest, and again, forwards, big stretch, and take it back. So if you try a couple more, so bring it forwards, big stretch, one more time, so bring it forwards, and then if you open the arms, have that big stretch there, and have a little lean to one side, so you take your hand to your hip, and just stretch it down that side there, lovely, so big stretch, then bringing it back and changing sides, so lift and lean. Good, so big stretch out there, big stretch. And then bring it down and give it a little bit of a shoulder roll. Then bringing the feet in, if you sink down, lift up. So have a really big stretch up, so fingers to shoulders, right down through the back. Then one more time, sink down, lift up, have a great big stretch. And then bring one hand down, other hand down, and give yourself a clap. Well done, well done. Thank you for coming.